I think what I notice, like, whenever I go home and I have an amazing pastor, and whenever I look at pastors and churches and things like that, I feel like oftentimes from a Christian leadership perspective, a lot of stuff is transactional with relationships.
Yep.
In the sense that, like, to some extent, a lot of people that talk to you or talk to pastors, it's, I'm going through this right now, or I need my spiritual health.
Yeah.
And it's like transactional.
Yep.
And then technically for you, I mean, like, you're leading the core of the heart and all these things. And for you, you're not like gaining anything out of it. How do you, I don't know, because I don't think anything's an eye for an eye, but like, how does it not get draining? You know?
Yeah. It again ties back into remembering who I am, right? I'm not even supposed to be out. For the crimes that I've done, I should do 100 years and I should burn, right? So I recognize that every single day I'm out of prison, it gives me a heart to be like, man, I'm only here because of my pastor, Pastor Kim, who poured love into me. Why wouldn't I reciprocate it to people? There's a lot of Johnny Changs out there, right? There's a lot of Bryce where their anxiety and their depression and loneliness crushes them and it cripples them. So for me, like, I know it's not my heart. You know, God has given me that heart to be like, look, what makes God happy in 1 Timothy chapter 2, in 1 Corinthians chapter 2, what's good to God is for people to be saved. He wants all men to come to the knowledge, right, and of salvation, essentially. And so when I think about it, like, I want to please God. I do. Not because it's a transactional thing, but because he saved my life, you know, and he pulled me out of literally the pits of hell and transferred me into heaven, right, as a citizen. So when I think about that, there's so many people who poured into me, Pastor John, Pastor Kim, all these other pastors. Why wouldn't I pour into other people? And a lot of people question me. You know, they make videos, they do all this type of stuff because it's either jealousy or whatever it is, right? It's the enemy. But I've learned to tune all of that out and say amen to all of that. Because without God, that's who I am anyways. A heretic who doesn't believe in God, a lustful person, a gang member, all of that, right? So I've learned to just acknowledge that everything does come from God, to remain humble. And then I don't burn out, because then I start to feel like this is it's almost like a privilege, bro, to be able to preach the gospel.
Yeah.
We have churches in China and there's underground churches. We have underground churches in Arab countries too. For us to even sit here and have a podcast and not worry about,